The magic word, free. Now, humans have an almost Pavlovian response to that word, whether it comes in the form of free samples at a food store, even though it's food you probably never will eat, or getting a free t-shirt at a press conference that you definitely did not need. I don't know why we have so many free shirts, but we've all been there. Downloading an app that we'll never use just so we can get that free item, or quite literally buying more of that same item so the extra one can be free of charge. One person I asked even said that they would flash the bartender to get a free drink. I then stopped asking people that question. But what if everything was free? Let's find out about that. Now, the question itself is heavily based in economics, and since I am not anything but a theater major, I will not dive into the economics. But what I will do is dive into the social aspect of what a free world would look like. In today's video essay, I'm going to be going over and asking people what they would do in a world that is free of charge. I'll also be implementing some data points and key figures that can help, refine the idea of a world free of charge. Let's get to the questions. So the hypothetical is a world where you don't have to pay for anything. Like, you can buy a plane, but you still, need certification to be able to fly the plane, stuff like that. So not too much of the world has changed. It's just that everything is, in fact, free. Right? So I'm here with
Leo Smith, Adam,
Lindsay,
Jason, Michael,
Kyle.
Nice to meet you both. I have a list of questions, just thought-provoking as to what a free world would look like, okay? If your significant other were to get you 3 dozen roses that they picked up free from the store, would it still be a significant gift?
If it doesn't cost anything?
It doesn't cost anything.
No, it wouldn't.
I mean, yeah, because he still took the time to go stop and get me a gift. Yes, it's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts. Effort over price tag.
I don't like roses, so...
Fair answer.
So it doesn't matter the amount or quantity, but it's just a matter of fact that they thought about getting me at least something.
Question 2. Where would you be in life, and would you still be at your job or school in a world free of charge?
No,
What
I would not. I would probably be going on vacation.
Yes.
Why?
For me, I'm not here for a piece of paper. I could really care less about what the degree is giving me. For me, it's like what I'm learning in the classroom is a lot more valuable than what a piece of paper.
Not school?
Probably not. Not school if I don't have to.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yes, because I'm in creative writing, and so it's like now I'm learning how to do the art form I really like more so.
Honestly, I think I probably wouldn't be doing the same thing. I think I'd probably want to try a bunch of different careers.
Yeah, I think now more than ever, actually. I sold my 20s to be able to afford to pursue what I want to do.
Okay.
And I think, especially like in a world without money, I'm going to school for professional counseling. I think there's going to be a lot of people who feel effectively purposeless, and I would need to be there to help them find that purpose.
New shirt, new atmosphere. I know I couldn't sadly get all of my information all in the same day. So as far as their answers were, I honestly was surprised to hear that most people would want to contribute back to society. As far as times in our history that has had, a kind of contributing factor of the people, feudalism, actually, a hierarchy of people, less hierarchy, more, people who had and people who gave to others to make the entire kingdom better. There would be some sort of mutual obligation that people would hopefully want to be a part of. What would be worth your time and service? Because somebody got to stock the shelves still for the store to operate and for people to get the free items. So what would be worth your time and service, say, to be at the store since you're not getting paid?
I still do what I want to go to school for. I want to be a teacher. I tell kids.
Okay.
Travel and teach.
Travel and teach. Travel. All right. Nice.
I worked 4 years at Walmart stocking shelves, and I stocked mainly fresh groceries.
Yeah.
Now that's not glorious work. That's not fancy at all, but there was a sense at the end of a 10-hour shift of looking at all the groceries that had been taken out about I just fed a town. You know what I mean?
Wow. I really like music. I love concerts, and that's something that is a great experience. So if I was like, all right, I'll do free security at a concert. It's like, all right.
Free security at a okay, nice.
Because if there's no money, no one's getting paid for anything. I think concerts just happen. It's a great experience. So it's you know what? Okay, I'll be there, and I won't be goofing off in the crowd like usually do. Standing here.
Okay, I like that. I like that answer.
Yeah.
That's a very good answer.
taking whatever it is that I'm good at and giving that gift back to the world.
I would say, I guess, just whatever is meaningful to me. So if it's something like, I don't know, helping a corporation get its like finances together, no.
What finances?
Oh, that's true. Never mind. Well, they're marketing. Don't say they're marketing. Okay, or like any corporate stuff, paperwork. I'm not doing that. Okay.
Do you think the dating life would be easier or harder without financial barriers, or would dating exist at all?
Honestly, I think that it would just come down to you could see how motivated the other person is to actually go out with you, because now that money isn't a barrier, it's their time that's being spent.
It shows they're like truer. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, bet.
It'd be way easier.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like, well, now I don't have to think about, what does this person have, 30K in student loans that now I might have to pick up, or?
I think it exists, but I think it'll be easier. Because, I don't want to crazy. Boys be broke. So, like, they can be taking me nowhere. But if they have money,
Hey, that's a good question. I think it would be easier. There would be no excuses for, oh, I can afford a nice gift or whatever. It's like, well, it's free.
Yeah,
I mean,
everything's free.
I think how people may think of how hard you work to get the gift, which,
I see.
that's a whole other thing, but that could make things difficult, but I think it should make it easier.
I think that when that commitment is no longer relying upon effectively survival, then you have to really step up to the plate for like, why should I spend my time with you? Because if I'm not worried about money, I'm worried about time. You know what I mean?
Dang. This is gonna have to be a special section of the video.
How would your hobbies change in a world where you can freely pick up all your interests?
I would love to just like try every single little activity, like all the classes, like pottery classes, those like game show things, where you can be on a game show for a day. I would honestly, it would let me figure out what I like more of and things like I wouldn't even imagine.
just travel.
That's it? That's the only hobby?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
If it is,
but
that's
like,
fine.
yeah, like I want to see the world.
I'd probably do them a lot more often.
I don't think they would change very much at all.
Okay.
I think it makes me feel good. I think,
Well, I feel like I would still need to balance it with time. If I'm gonna for sure have all my basic needs met, and if I just have time to spend, then I'm gonna go try making sushi, I'm gonna go try skydiving, I'm gonna go try this and that.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's a system in place to support all of that, especially considering that I bet a lot of people will feel the same way.
One of the popular answers for like what would you do is like travel the world.
Yeah.
Then comes in terms of like over-tourism, right? And like having so many people like populate and walk across like the Great Wall of China, eventually that wall is gonna be a big dust pile of China. With everyone wanting to travel, you can probably see that a few hotspots would take a little bit worse for wear than others. In a study called Over-Tourism, an analysis of contextual factors contributing to the negative developments in overcrowded tourism destinations, long name, they were talking about the effects of over-tourism becoming overburdened infrastructure, effects on the environment. It could actually cause some political disputes with people, coming in and out. There would be like cultural conflict between people who are coming and going, people who have been there, born and raised, which is an interesting caveat to, a free reign world. Would you be happier if everything was free?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, definitely.
100%. That was quick.
100%. Yes,
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, I think I'd be happy because then I wouldn't have to worry about like, oh man, 3 digits, 2 digits in my bank account or however much. It's like, okay,
You
doesn't
can
matter.
still eat.
Yeah, and I can still eat.
I think so. I get everything I want. I mean, I do, but
So does everyone else.
I get so beautiful. I get everything I want.
Just because all of the best things that I have in my life are a result of my hard work, but there's a level of satisfaction to like, I climbed tooth and nail to get one. But if I just had everything given to me, like, I don't think that I would appreciate it. Yeah.
What would motivate people to work and contribute to society?
It would have to be a change of perspective and a paradigm shift, but if things were free, I think we'd not only in giving but receiving.
You don't know the answer to that? That's perfectly fine.
I feel like the fact that we did like once no money and now it's like free everything, that would motivate people because like they don't want to go back to money.
I don't know anyone who's really gonna put their time and effort in. Say,
At the
you know what?
DMV.
Yeah, at the DMV.
Yeah,
that
like-
place sucks. Like, there'd be some wacko that wants to work there. Like, you'd have to force people to do that consistently.
How would you go about forcing? Because then freedom becomes the next currency.
Right.
Yeah.
If it was lottery system, that could work.
Okay.
I think it has to be shift work. Like, sorry about this year. You work it all year. No way to get out of it.
Oh,
You
no,
deal with
that's an interesting way to put it.
I mean, you have to, right? Oh, but what if you got a really fun job and then it was like, your year's up. You're at the DMV next year. I mean,
Rig the lottery system. I want to be back at Six Flags. Take me back to Six Flags. You have brought the most thought-provoking idea to the table. I ain't gonna lie to you.
There would be a big like religious resurgence or like political resurgence because now that money isn't motivating people, they would have to go back to community or helping the God or like stuff like that.
How would you measure your level of success in this world free of charge?
Based on what I actually do, if I actually like travel like I said I would, I feel like I'd be pretty successful.
So it'd be like your fulfillment.
Yeah.
I would measure my level of success based on my fulfillment.
Okay.
Like, because like the world is my oyster, everything is free to me now. Like, every opportunity that I don't take is a missed one. At least if I want to.
How happy I am.
So your fulfillment.
Yeah.
Okay.
be about the art that I was able to put out. So if I put out stuff that other people saw as worth reading, that would be entirely the goal. And there wouldn't be any other like financial motivation. So it'd just be like, straight up, how many people can I get to appreciate?
I would measure my level of success in how happy people are to see me.
It wouldn't come down to how good you are at something or how much things that you have. I think it just comes down to your value is like how much you're contributing at that point. You know, if you're like not contributing anything, then I don't want to say that you're valueless, but you know, it's just like there's not much value in what you're doing because you're doing nothing.
I see. Okay.
Surprise! I know, different shirts and everything. Sadly, this project took a little longer than it needed to be, so I'm uploading this up to YouTube, pure entertainment purposes, and then I'll be doing some more revisions, more video tapes and everything, so I can actually, turn in a good project. I hope I did great on the grade, but yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
What would motivate people to contribute to society?
Probably the fact that you don't just like the news.
I saw it. I didn't want to startle you. It was like right next to you, and I didn't want to startle you, so I just stayed still and just hope it flew away.
No.